Hello, good morning. How are you? I hope this finds you well. I want to talk a little bit about roots, perhaps. Have you ever found that you get a little stagnant, that you do really, really well, and all of a sudden you hit a wall, and you can't seem to get past that, or something is constantly hindering you, or you just can't seem to grow or move forward? Um, that this one little particular thing in your life holds you back. These are rooted, deep rooted things in ourselves. For instance, a child that was molested, when they grow up, if it was never acknowledged, never dealt with, never shared with, as they grow, like if it was never found out, if it was a secret that they grew up with within themselves, they're going to grow up with a deep down rooted emotion of feeling unworthy, an emotion of feeling like there's something wrong with them, an emotion of feeling like it's their fault that this happened to them. Um, and we all know that it's never the child's fault, but this is what they carry deep down inside is this notion that they are not worthy, and they go through life believing this to their core, deep down and rooted. And we can read books that tell us we are. We can have people in our lives that guide us and encourage us and share with us and tell us we're wonderful and worthy and all the things. But until we root up that that particular problem, that root, that anchored belief, until we root it up and pull it out and dissect, cut it out, throw it away, however you want to look at it, until you root it up and face it, you're never going to get past that feeling, that deep down rooted of unworthiness, in this one scenario. You know, um, we label everything nowadays, right? PTSD and trauma and abuse and everything has a fucking label. Pardon the language, but everything has a label, you know. And I think labeling everything has given us a bit of a scapegoat. Oh well, I'm non-binary. I'm non-gender. I'm non. Don't identify me as a girl or a boy, or I am this. Cool. That's amazing. I love that you're able to acknowledge that. But do we need to label that? Do we need to focus on that? No. You need to just carry on with your life, accept who you are, and go forward. It does not matter about that, okay? Oh, well, I was abused as a child, so therefore, I'm a full fledged drug addict, or I'm a full fledged alcoholic, or I'm a full fledged asshole, you know. Um, until you deal with that root core about the abuse, you're going to continue to be an addict, an asshole, an alcoholic. However, ugh, I get it in my head and I can't get it out in words, and that flusters me. Oh, my cat is shedding. I do comb her, but it's that time of year again. And I think there's one in my lash. Anyway, um, when you have a plant and it's rotting and it's having and struggling and everything, and you're clipping off all the dead bits, and you're watering, but you haven't uprooted it, you haven't changed the soil, you haven't checked out to find out if it's root rot or if it's root bound, or you know if it just simply needs some fertilizer, you know to just continue to trim the edges off. Eventually that plant is going to die. Well, we're no different. I've said before that we're the most delicate plants out there. And if we don't look at the inside stuff and deal with it, and fight, cry, scream through it, acknowledge that yes, this bullshit happened to me, and yes, that person created that, But me, I am going to take control of me right here, right now. And what they did or what happened to me does not define me. I am better than that. I can stand up and carry on. A person once said to me that there's no one out there to help me, and my heart broke. Thinking that there was no professional help for these people to be able to reach out and talk to somebody about things. And then, as I carry on through my journey, years later, I look at it and I see that that's a cop out. That's an excuse to be able to sit in your shit and carry on and feeling sorry for yourself, right? Like, I mean, I used to believe that because I was abused, that's why I ended up in bad relationships, or, you know, why I tolerated bullshit in friendships, or, why I allowed people to treat me poorly in my life and, use and abuse me and take me for granted and borrow shit and lose it and then be like okay with it, or to borrow something and not return it and to be okay with it. And you know, um, to speak curtly to me and be okay, and for me to be okay with these things because oh well, they're going through a hard time, and I really don't deserve much better. That is the bottom line to all of that bullshit. Is I felt I didn't deserve much better. That's bullshit. I deserved a fuck of a lot better. I deserve a fuck of a lot better, and I do not allow people to treat me poorly anymore. It wasn't easy, you know. I still, while I was growing and learning and telling myself that bullshit, and what it was is it wasn't counseling and it wasn't the self-help books and it wasn't, you know, I mean, yes, all these things help me identify with what's going on inside of me, but it wasn't until I got angry. I got really fucking angry. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was physically beating on a pillow. I got fucking mad. The tears and the snot and all the sweat and all the things and the yelling, and I got angry. I got really fucking angry before I was able to release all of the resentment I had inside myself towards my abusers. Once I was able to release that anger, I was then able to hug and love my inner child, my inner self, my own being. I was able to go, I'm really sorry that happened to you. I promise, I will never let that happen again. And when I first started to have boundaries towards people and things that I would never again, um, I did not have grace or truth with it. Okay, I came across abrupt, I came across blunt, I came across as rude, I came across as a bitch, I came across as all these things because I was learning to navigate to protecting my own self, and I mean, I'm still defensive and raw, right? So if somebody comes at me just after, I was going through this and they're like, "Oh, hey, fuck you," or "I'm going to take this from you," or "I think you should do this," I would instantly flare up with rage inside and go like, "Bah!" you know. Now I'm like, "No, that's your opinion. You're absolutely entitled to that. That's how you want to do things, by all means, please. But I'm not living my life that way anymore. I am not allowing people to take the wind out of my sails. I'm not allowing people to walk on me or use me as a doormat anymore. Um, when you first set boundaries, pardon me, after you go through all of this and you first set your boundaries, morning, Daddy. Um, it's going to be rough, it's going to be rocky, and it's going to be hard. But believe that the work you're doing and what you tell yourself that you are worthy of, and you deserve, and you need, and you have, and you are allowed all these wonderful things in your life. Boundaries will start to fall in place. You'll even out. You'll become kind and loving again. You'll be able to express yourself with a nurture towards others. and it becomes natural for you to put yourself first and foremost. I mean, I know I say that every time I come on here. I'm like, you are first and foremost, no matter what. Be good to you first and foremost. Put you first. A lot of people, I have people say, well, I don't know how to do that. Until you get rid of all the root rot deep down inside of you, you're not going to be able to do that. You need to purge that root out, rip it out, pull it out, get rid of it. Replant a new seed, a loving, understanding, nurturing seed. One that you believe you're worthy, you're beautiful, you're kind, you deserve goodness, you deserve whatever it is you feel that you need in your world right now, right? Um, I've been feeling, I don't know the word, I want to say lazy, but not. Depressed, but not. A little bit. So I'm looking at to why I'm feeling that way right now. I've been exercising, so that's not it. Have I been eating properly? Not so much. I've been on a junk food bin. I'm not going to lie. This potato chip thing in the evenings, oh, the crap, the garbage. And I think that's what I came to the conclusion this morning because I eat properly, except for the snacking, right? I'm exercising. I'm working on I'm crocheting, I'm doing things. I'm not just sitting. I am watching a lot of TV, but it's that time of year, like in the evenings. And I thought, well, maybe, blue screen, all that, right? But it's off before the certain mental timeline that they say, the scientific proof of, between the hours of 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. will cause depression if you're on your blue screens. Just so you know, turn that shit off. Give your body a break. Give your mind a break. Give your inner metabolism a break. Like your serotonin levels and your melatonin levels and all of that. They need a break, okay? We are designed when the sun goes down and the darkness happens that our body releases the chemical of serotonin and melatonin so that we can get tired and go to sleep. If you have blue screen and all the blah 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 blah, your body doesn't know it's time to shut down, and that chemical is not being released in your body. Now we're becoming depressed. Okay, so it's a scientific fact. Look into it if you don't believe me. But we have to find the core. We have to find the root. We have to get that root rot out before we can move forward, and with grace and with proper boundaries and with love for our own selves. And if you're a person out there that believes there's no help for you, baby, you're wrong. You're so wrong. The help starts within. Like I said, you might have to get mad and punch a pillow and cry and let the snot and the tears and everything run and just rage out towards whatever it is that you believe has been wronged. Not that you believe, whatever trauma, whatever experience that was wrong, that you were wronged by, you need to release that, and you need to scream and fight and cry and punch and yell and get it out of you, um, in a pillow, okay? Not a person or a being or anybody. Do it for you alone. Take that minute and just lose your shit, and get mad at the person that abused you. Get mad at whatever it is that is rooted in you. Release that, and then hug your inner child. Hug yourself physically. Hold yourself and tell yourself that you're okay. That today I am the adult outside and I can protect the child inside. It's important that we face things. Otherwise, we get stagnant in life. We become angry and resentful, and we complain, and there's so many negative things out there that are so toxic to us. And it's like things like complaining, things like being ungrateful, negative words, things like that. I have to, it's not my topic right now, so I have to really think about it. But think about it. Are you complaining? Are you being negative? Do you have unpositive things to say ever, always? Like, this is toxic to you as well. So watch how your thought process goes. Watch how your wording is. Look after you first and foremost. Get rid of the root rot, okay? I hope this made sense to you. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you. And don't forget, you're first and foremost. Love this person that you see in the mirror always, you know. How do I do it? Yeah, I know I look a little bit off today. I have not been sleeping well for a little while now. I still love me, flaws and all, bags, red spots, all the things. I'm okay with it. All right. Again, peace and blessings to each and every one of you. May your day be full of grace and love, self-love first and foremost, and the rest falls into place. Take care. Bye for now.